Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you, wherever you are joining me at this moment. I say welcome to 194 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, I would say that the market on the last trading day of the week is opening also on a mixed note. Why I said a mixed note, you can see that matured market was seeing that US is mixed and flat, while European market is up. I will tell you, European market is up seriously, and the Asia market also looking up in that direction, despite the mixed trend. But most of the indices there are in the green, looking up in Asia. Africa is not left behind. I will tell you, there's also a mixed market down here in Nigeria. NGS is in green as we speak. We are seeing a strong buying momentum in the market in our local market here, NGS, which is also a good one for our market here. But before we continue on local market, we want to look at what is happening in the global scene. As we have discussed earlier, the previous 2 days, that all eyes are what on the consumer price index of US. And I told you that US is like a pace setter. Whatever happened there has a spiral effect on what on other economy or other nation. We can see that yesterday the market, the financial market was a bit no kind of quiet before the figure came. And when the figure came, it went as expected, as predicted by most matured economy banks and analysts that yes, they're likely to see a slowdown, and that saw a cool kind of inflation cooling down in that matured market and in that environment, and that changed even the currency, everything in the market. You can see that means the importance of economic data is very very concern for many traders and investors, because these are factors that drive what sentiment and the psychology and the volatility that create opportunity to make money at any time. That means if you understand the time these numbers hit the market, you look at the expectation and what is the forecast of the market, what is the market expecting, you know how to play before and after that, so that you will take advantage of a positive day from data and also a negative one, where you can also sell out, when you can position ahead of that number. You can see that when it came, market was in green yesterday, and this morning was also saying that now that I've seen the inflation figure, we can see that all eyes now is now moving toward to the economy and the earnings in that market. Also around the what I've said, most currency has also drifted out, or as you see the dollar trying to weaken as a result of this data release inflation figure. And oil market, you can saw that oil price also was up despite slowing down to around the $83.68 at yesterday. Even at this moment now, we're seeing it stabilizing at that price. You can see the power of this data and how it can change the psychology of the people, the sentiment behind any market. That means you as a trader or investor, don't look away from this data. They are very very important anywhere. That is why as all eyes also are looking at to see what is expected from our own market here next week. As I said, also any season also for Q4 report from a big company that has the December as year end will start kicking off by next week. As we start seeing most of them already notify the market of what of their close period and also board meeting. That means we expect to see this company data next week, and also this companies unaudited account for Q4 will start in the market. This will change the face of the market, just also in line with factors that are also driving the momentum in the market as we speak now. I will tell you that the continuous decline in rates, especially the TB, TB, the Treasury bill, primary market option for 4 consecutive times, we have seen that decline. And don't forget that also the first, this year savings bond was also declining. And also, like I tell you that in investment, look at where is fund flowing to. What are the time horizon? That's why I say price and time is very, very key when you are investing. This momentum is what is guiding people now that yes, if the average yield in the market I've said yesterday is around the 6 to 7% average yield, and we're seeing that 91 days in Treasury bill will give you like 2%. Why won't you give you about 4 points? Which I repeated yesterday. I'm just letting you know these are the factors that are driving fund to the equity market. You can see this morning that the number of stocks that are already on the gainer chart, it tells you that people are taking position of those high cap stocks those blue chip stocks, and also those dividend paying companies, especially after we have seen the Q3 of this number, see where they are standing, that give insight to what like to happen at the end of the year. These are the things that are driving the market now. That means you as an investor, you don't need to panic. Those that for dividend income, but for we that are traders, we're looking for factors that will support our price to go up. And that's why we're entering ahead of this number. So when they announce their dividend, and yes, at times I said that they factor in this dividend into this price before hit the market. But I'll tell you, the number of the company or their payout has the also influencing. If your position, even when they factor in this expected dividend and and payout or also to the stock, even when it's and the number beat expectation, there's a day or no, especially when there's liquidity in the market, you can see stock rising for 5 days if there's liquidity and when they announce the positive number. But when there's no liquidity, you might see that it's not for a day or 2 days. But we're saying that liquidity is gradually coming back to the market. People have seen it, as our money flow remain above 50 for a long time, and we're seeing momentum behind the market also strong. For me, there's no cause for alarm. All what it does, less position. But like I said, if you are really want to take advantage of the market, you must know the right stock to buy at the right time. That is why for those that are taking advantage of the jumbo pack, I think they are fee as if subscribing as if paying account today that I've class about people have called. It tells you that people have still value for it. You have to take advantage of it for a whole year. No, there's no quarterly, there's no 6 months, just for me to make it. That's why we're making it at this price. We reduce the price, the price before, but to make that more so you can take advantage of what's going to happen in 2023. I tell you earlier that we're going to see a repeated pattern of what we saw like here, but little changes, and we're ready to guide with that change because we're going to use what we're already known for, our technical analysis, and also reading the chart, and also the momentum and the sentiment in the market to guide investor profitably this year. That means if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And also those that are still in that group already, I can announce here that tomorrow by God's grace, Saturday at 12 noon, we're having a guest speaker that will also be taking us on how to trade any season profitably. You can see what is happening now, and this will not entry to the any season by next week. And you know that between next week to the end of March is any season. How can you take advantage of this one? How can you trade? How can you invest? That is why you must be in that class. I will encourage you, make our time to be in that. But for those that are paid already, you know that you have access to replay. For those that are not there, I will also encourage you, make sure you be able to pay for the pack, and also we'll send you the link and all that to participate in that class tomorrow. Yes, before I go further now, because I've given you a hint of it, I want to look at what is actually happening in the market as we speak now. We have discussed certain goals at the first day, what the tools you need to also invest profitably, and also yesterday we discussed what strategy. Today now I want to look at how to also look at this chart very well, looking at your resistance and your support, looking at trend line, which I know you all have an idea. We want to use it practically now to look at what is happening in the market so that we can now look at the market generally. Today is the last day of the week. Like I said, our market is really in green this morning, which is a good one. I've said it when I opened that the market is looking up, which is good for every one of us. But as we speak now, the market is also in the green, as I've said. Market has gained 128.44 basic point, which is up by 0.2% in the green. Market is doing 52,177. 177, that is the market at 0.29. That is where the market is now. And also I've seen that the gainers are more than the losers as we speak. Market is having a positive market spread. We have 24 gainers against 5 losers at this hour. And we're going to see more of that in the market. And if you want to look at the top gainers in this at this hour, let's start with the losers first. As we speak now, we're seeing profit taking in Laco that started the top the gainers charges to the 10%. Today it's also losing that same thing. You can see profit taking here up and down. You can see what is happening. That means you have to know how to invest. But soon also computer warehouse group also on the loser chart. These are the 5. You can see the tolerance. Yesterday it was on the red, today also it's declining. You can see Unity Bank, and also you can see Code V, business solution also on this loser chart. And I'll tell you naturally that investors seeing that the trend in the market, there are some position you want to sell off, even they're in profit or loss, just to take position in where you see there's a capital position, the upside for capital is high, and also dividend payment possibility is high. That is why you are seeing people selling off in some portfolio or some equities just to raise liquidity to move to another position. That is what we're seeing in some stock. But we want to look at the top five. I told you earlier that we have 24 gainers at this time, but the top five is what we want to look at now. The top five, we're seeing Tamaswak, also leading with a 9.6%, followed by Prestige Assurance. We can see Livestock also almost a 9.2 up. You can see the life of Regency Insurance and also APC, Transport. These are the top five gainers as we speak. Others we can see other gainers like Access Bank, can see ETI. More of them are also in green. You can see NACO rebounding on that chart. I tell you 24, you understand what it looks like. But we need to look at those stocks that are leading what in volume, because volume also is very, very important when it comes to investment. Because I tell you that in technical analysis, while others are saying a trend is your friend, I tell you that in this class that trend is your friend, volume is your friend, and pattern is your friend. Once you have these three as your friend, you know how to take advantage of them in any market situation, whether in a bull market or in a bear market, because you understand what it takes and also what the implication is when we are looking at volume and you're seeing an uptrend, or when it's in a pattern and uptrend. When we're able to combine these two, we're able to achieve what arrive at a good position. That is why I said trend is your friend, volume is your friend, and pattern is your what is your friend. You need to understand it. Once it is good, you are good to go. Yes, as we speak now, if you look at the volume now, we're seeing that Sterling Bank is also leading in volume, 12.95 million shares traded so far. Zenith Bank also across 25 again, green at 25.65 at this hour, 11.57 million shares traded. GTB is also hitting 25 already. But since GTB are trading at 24 naira 95 kobo, trading at about 9.65 million shares. UBA also 850 as to speak, trading around no 8 million shares already as to speak, and the transport also 121 kobo was seeing 6.4 million shares traded so far. These are the we expect that volume will increase as we take production. You can see the kind of stock that we are seeing for these are banking stock that you see, because banking sector have all kind of perceived them from the market in terms of consistent dividend payment and all that, and also paying at the right time. If you look at liquidity, the banks where you see that they don't give dividend and leave it for another 2 months. So that for that you can plan how to know these are the early filers where you can take advantage of, because once they take you have other money to play. But that is why as an investor, looking at the release dates of these companies are very, very important. So it will guide you to know when to pitch stock and when to move out, because that release date, payment date, qualification date has also influence on price movement. And for you, you need to understand how to do this investing with date. And I think I've done that in this class last year, investing with date. But I'm going to repeat it, go into the future, so that you know exactly when to build those stocks and when not to build those stocks. But I believe that tomorrow are the question and answer session with Ambrose or Modio, then we expect to see that most companies are likely also to what to take advantage of that date as an investor, so that you can know when to be in those stocks. But knowing that you as an investor, you understand what is happening in that company. Those that are consistent, that are early filers, want to come. And I told you that there are companies in Nigeria that have become consistent in a matured market. You can see them try to look at the earnings state and all those stuff. Here, our market are taking that pattern already. Which are those that are in Investdata, show it in different class. We look at the release date and monitor their release date. And when it comes, people to take advantage. I believe that the banking sector is more liquid, and also you also cash on it and take advantage of the market as we speak. For me, it's a good one. Yes, I've told you those stuff. They want to look at the general market performance and where the market is going from here. Once we're able to get where the market is going from here, we are good to go as trader and investor. That's why I want to look at the charts now to tell us what is happening in the market, and also what the position we are taking right away from this point. Once we're able to do that, we are good to go as trader. Before I go into looking at the market chart, I want to call up all our indicators, because I told you we're going to look at the trend line, we're going to look at support level and resistance, what it takes. We look at also how to know the fake breakout, and also fake breakout, and at the same time real breakout that you can support that you like to continue. Those fake breakouts are also what you see in terms of your price structure or price action movement, tells you exactly what is happening at the end of the trade or at the beginning of the trade. We need to look at all this. But let's call up our indicators. It's very, very important. I want to make it very brief, so that we're able to cover a lot of things. Let's take MACD. Let's take MACD. Yeah, fine. MACD is there. Let's take our money flow, and I want to use a stochastic oscillator in this class today, so that you know where the market is and where it's going and what is happening. Don't forget, I've not followed up my my T line. No, we cannot discuss this thing without calling the, you know, 8 days moving, 8 days, exponential moving average, so that you know exactly, because that is where you catch your what, your turn. Buy or sell is very, very important there. Once it comes, use other indicators to confirm what it's saying and take action. Yes, if you look at the market here, looking at this chart here, this is the what we call it index action. You can see where it is now. It's in green already of about I said it 0.2% up now. You can see it's still in green, and market is trading above the trend line. Since market no break out the T line, you can see that remain above, it has not pulled down now, and you can see the momentum also for the market has remained strong all this while before pulling down here. You can remember the day Airtel lost the first, that is where the market went down here. But the good news that you as a trader, you'll be panicking that, oh, because it's at overstood overbought video, according to some people always think. No, it says that the momentum here is very strong and market remain and continue to go. But as coming down now, you still look at your momentum, your T line to see that the market remain above the T line. I mean, there is still strength in that stock on the market as we were just discussing. But now you guys are the good thing that the momentum data also start picking up again. And that means they tell you that where the market is going, like I said in one of the program this morning, that market is likely to surpass the 54,000 is with ease, before the end of the month, even with the end of the next week, depending on the strength of number we're going to see next week, the outcome of the figure of December inflation data we're expecting. But I believe that market is very strong. If you look at your your money flow remain above 80. That's a good one for me. And momentum is also coming up again, and we're seeing that market is above the T line. That is good for us to say that yes, the market is very, very strong at this point. But I want us to look at what happened yesterday so that you learn from it. If you see what happened yesterday in the market, we saw that the market break out almost 3 strong resistance level. You break out the first one at 51,980. You will quickly also break out the 52,000 cyclical line and move as high as 52,498.11 point. It tested that point and came down yesterday. Then, if in technical analysis, that will what we call, there's what we call a fake breakout or a touch. That touch indicates that sellers sold down there yesterday, and that's why those stock also came down. The index came down. But the good news is that it's still above the T line, above 2,000 mark yesterday. But this one is trending up with more stock gaining. But until it covered this, can see this candlestick that moves straight there with this what we call a wick. Now you can see the wick up here before coming down. This is also an up market. When you see this sign, it's a sign of a reversal or sell off. But to say that the market is very strong this morning, that will not affect the market. Market is moving on. That means that people are still taking position in some stock ahead of what the dividend. That is why this line, the blue line we are seeing, was the first resistance that was broken out and tested and crossed it and came down before it. And if you look at this point here, at this point now, that is where you see the 52,500, and at this point here, that is 52,500 and something. Once the market break it out again, we're looking at what market touching 53, and once it tests 53, market likely to go. But like I said, this point here, let me draw this line so that you know exactly what I'm saying. This is the recent support level of this market at this point. You can see it where I draw this green line now. That's the recent support level of the market now. You can see. Then the strong resistance level of this market now are in different position. One is the, here I want to draw now. This is the 52,500 something, where it was almost tested yesterday, and came down. Another resistance level that is very important to know that this is one again. That is almost at what 53 already, above 53. This one here, if you take this line here now, this line here today, you can see that for the market to touch the 54, okay, for the market to touch the 54,000, yes, you can see for market to touch the 54,000 mark, now you can see that it has what layers of what breakout. It tested this one, you can see it here sharp here. You can see where the market is staying green, making that bottom. Once market is able to cover up this and come down to here, you can see another one that market has to test here around 53,776. After market test this one, the next one is to look at this place. Once you break out this new top that that was attain or market recorded in May, then around May, June, that is where you will not say a new trend has come, a new trend of either 15 years of high market or all those we've been writing all those years. But the good that market is very, very strong as we speak. You can see the momentum of trainers where the market is going here. For me, there's no cause for alarm. What we don't need to just keep our fingers together, keep our fingers crossed, and also invest wisely in the market. There's no cause for alarm. Our market is still very, very, very strong for us to take advantage as we speak now. Yes, let's call back all those indicators that think they are not here. Let me put them back here. Those indicators. Let's see. Sorry. Because we want to catch the live market, that's why we already do this last year so that you understand why we are using the live tools to let you know what is happening in this market. So, just a second. Market is the chart is coming up. Right there. Okay, you can see I'm back to where we are before now. You can see now I want to look at this market on a 1 hour chart to see what the market is doing on 1 hour chart. You can see in the last 1 hour market still remain above the T line. You can see for me these are the good things we need to confirm where the market is going. Market is still bullish on a 1 hour chart. And money flow is also leading almost 82. What those we are seeing in also in the daily market. Sorry, let's go to that because it's not here. I need to call that in here. Guide you. Very, very important. Sorry, I don't want to cloud the chart. You can see on a 1 hour chart for the market is very, very strong. That's why I say there's no cause for alarm. That's where market is. For me, there's no cause for alarm, but I want to look at those gainers now and then the losers. Let's look at what we want to look at what is happening in livestock. I want to start with that stock. You can see movement there. Can I come back to livestock? Yesterday, we look at it yesterday together. Let's see look at what is happening in that stock this hour. What's happening in livestock feed. And see the momentum, how far it's going to go. And yes, on a 1 hour chart, that is why I said let's start with it. On a 1 hour chart, you can see that there's also like activity of profit taking activities in the stock, but it remains above the still line. But you can see this morning has gained, but in the last 1 hour, you can see that there's kind of a step down on the 1 hour chart, which was want to confirm what is happening. And momentum is very, very, you can see that MACD is very bullish on the 1 hour chart. Money flow is reading almost 92, and momentum is very strong for the stock called livestock. The price is almost at 130 over to trade now. But also, if you look at what we are seeing here, on the daily chart, appearing above the T line, MACD has performed a bullish trend on the daily chart. Money flow is reading 64, and you can see momentum also coming up on the stock. For me, livestock is a stock to hold. If you're already there, if you want to take position, you can go ahead because the stock is also moving up. Once they break out another 150, that was obviously another new trend has come. But now it's running around this level, and it's also like a double top here. If you look at all this trend, but once you break it out, that's another trend that also come in that stock. For quick one, I want to look at we're seeing powerful move in Zenith Bank. Let's see what is happening in Zenith Bank and what can we get from it now. What is the position we're seeing the stock Zenith Bank, not to see what is the next step we're taking now. Zenith Bank, you can see looking at the T line, you can see like I remain above the T line. Momentum is very, very strong. And now MACD, you can see where MACD is in now. MACD for me is about also going, it's also bullish already, it has not crossed it now. The bullish, you can see the stock almost at the 25 for 65 already. You can see that is where it tested around December, before it started this trend now in January. It has come there now, it has surpassed that where it tested in December last year. After coming down, you can see still it remain above the T line. That's why I say you as a trader must know how to look at your T line and our momentum. Even when there was a straight down profit taking the business back down, you can see that it pulled down the momentum, but now it's also building up again. You can see where it's going, and money flows within around 78, which is high above 50. For me, market have confirmed a bullish trend already as we speak. This is what we want to look at on the Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank is a stock to hold if you are in there. That's why you need to join us tomorrow to see and also hear Alaji also Kurfi discussing this earnings and what to do. Especially this the election period, who stop to hold as you are looking forward to see their number. On a daily chart, Zenith Bank is very, very powerful. You can see the momentum is very strong. Money flow is looking up, market is looking up, volume is high. I see this stock going far. Pick one, want to look at it. Another closer bank there, GT code, even with information that came from about from UK, can see that the stock is not giving down. Say that this is the power of sentiment on the stock. Yesterday you saw this on the 1 hour chart. The last 1 hour, the stock was trying to take profit on it, but now it has also broken out to touch that 24.95. Now you can see already here. It's already showing that on the 1 hour chart we are seeing a bullish MACD, money flow hitting a 97, okay, 87, sorry. It's a good one. And money and the momentum is very, very strong at this power, at this hour. Where momentum is for me, the stock is very, very strong. But we want to look at the 1 hour, a day chart for it, passing at the 1 hour chart. That's what the day chart is doing on the stock. The day chart will give us also a good picture of what is happening in the stock. Once able to get that too, for me, we can see that this stock is telling us that we have already seen what we call a 3 star soldier. 3 star soldier, you can see them 1, 2, 3. Continue up here in the stock. Here you can see it here on the daily chart for and MACD is also bullish as we speak now. Money flow is being a 90, 81 as we speak, and you can see where it is now. Momentum is also building. For me, there's no cost, and all eyes are on the dividend from this sector. That is also going to support them. Let's see Asset Bank. Despite notification that they are making a U-turn from their Kenya acquisition, they know why. For me, it's better for them to do because they know why they are going. Because this bank has experience in acquisition. If they are turning back from any move, they know why they are turning back. Let's see how the market is also reacting to that information in Access Bank. So Access Bank maintain a uptrend. That's also the same pattern we saw as a GT Bank. Almost 3 straight gainers. You can see it here. We're seeing around 9 naira, 39, 5 kobo for the stock. On a day chart, it's very bullish. You can see above the T line, MACD is positive. These are the things you also be learning as we discuss, so that like I said, you need tools to always look at, so that you'll be jumping out of position unnecessarily. Those that are able to get the material, how to profit from any market cycle, whether you need to also get that material is very, very good for you, also guide you, so that you know when the momentum is strong, you know the what we call the cycle indicator of high and low, and what to do at that high and low. That video also tell you exactly what. That is why knowledge is key. I said it also after your plan, your trade for the year, you have your tools, your strategy. One thing again is knowledge, because where you see experts sharing knowledge, also all the people I share ideas with, that also better your portfolio at the end of the day. That's why as a trader or investor, don't be an highlight of yourself. Also, you share ideas with people as they do, as you do, you learn more. That also support your work, your outing, and also your strategy. You can see what's happening but in access. Let's look at access on the 1 hour chart to see what is also happening there. 1 hour chart is very beautiful. You can see it here. You can see access on 1 hour chart, what has happened. And don't forget, you can see this long candlestick here. That is when access is almost at 990. intraday before pulling back, see what happened here. But now I see suppose that likely to support this is there, because I see the trend going up, especially once market also receive a good full year earnings from the company. Touching 12 naira will be easy for access depending on the strength of the number and what their payout again. Okay, on this note, this where we'll be done the cutting this hour. Say see you, tomorrow at the I'll see you tomorrow at the live and Q&A class tomorrow. At Q&A class, I'll see you tomorrow at Q&A class so that you know exactly how to position. I'd like to be sharing us how to trade with earnings, that you take advantage of that immediately, after the class on Monday. See you tomorrow, and God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. Our market remain bullish, but don't be carried away with the upside. You know what to take profit. That's why start here this year we want to know setting a goal. Know your entering and your entering strategy and your strategy. Your profit target once you are is achieved, not to take profit so that the market will not take you up and also bring you down. See you tomorrow and next week. Have a great day.